won. Monsterverse fans, we won because Godzilla Kong the New Empire is the most fun I've had at the movie theaters this year by far. If you saw my initial reaction to watching the movie, you know I enjoyed it, but how much did I enjoy it? I've actually had the opportunity to watch it twice now. Once at an early screening with Adam Wingard, and then I went to the premiere. Yes, I'm gonna keep flexing that. So I've got a great feeling for how much I truly love this movie, the rating I'm gonna give it, and then where I'm gonna rank it in the Monsterverse eventually. So without further ado, this is my full, in-depth, spoiler-free review. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be spoiling anything, but if I do get into spoiler specifics, don't worry, I'm gonna give you a warning in advance. It's time for the app session. Let Sammy cook. First things first, I think Godzilla Kong the New Empire is one of the best buddy cop films of all time. Hanging up in the rafters with Rush Hour, Lethal Weapon, The Other Guys, The Nice Guy. I just love these two big goofs so damn much. And Godzilla Kong the New Empire is everything you could want from a Showa era inspired kaiju movie. Adam Wingard delivers us a fantasy rock opera that turns the dial up to 11 that made it feel like napalm hit my heart and soul. I was just filled with so much joy, happiness, and the inner kid inside of me couldn't help but come out. When I tell you I was witnessing some of the most insane kaiju action I've ever seen put to the silver screen, I was witnessing some of the most insane action ever put to the silver screen. They were pulling wrestling moves, my brother, wrestling moves. And like I said, it's very Showa era coded, but it's also a huge love letter to various different generations of Godzilla and Kong. There's so many subtle and not so subtle references that you're gonna see in this movie. And when you see me, you're gonna be like, ah, I see what you did there. You can just tell Adam Wingard has a true love and passion for these characters, and he's having so much fun putting his own sauce, juice, and heart into making this movie. This movie leans much more into the lore and sci-fi elements of the Monsterverse as we explore much more of the Hollow Earth exploration, gravitational pulls, colossal biological ecosystems, telepathic communication, and great prophecies. This movie really leans into it and pulls no punches. And the 80s synth style score, it just fits the tone perfectly. But Kong is the heart and soul of this movie. This is no doubt his movie through and through. I mean, it's just so incredible to see Kong's growth throughout the entire Monsterverse, and I love what they did with Kong in this movie. He felt like a mix between Superman and Kratos. He gets all of the stand up and cheer moments, and there's one scene in particular that I just couldn't help but say, Superman. It's just so much humanity pouring out of a 300-foot tall ape. Like, who would have thought? And don't even get me started on his relationship with Zuko, who, in my opinion, I think Zuko steals the show in this damn movie. It's very Kratos Atreus coded. Zuko is just so damn adorable. How do you not love him? Huh. But my guy Big G Godzilla, he's on just, it's on sight. I'm seeking smoke, shoot first, ask questions later, get off my lawn energy throughout the entire movie, and that is just perfect. He really did feel like Goku. And then of course the dynamic between Kong and Godzilla is just so damn good. It's like big bro, little bro energy. Now let's talk about the villains. Minor spoiler warning, because I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, because the trailers are kind of giving it away, but little warning. Scar King's introduction scene might just be my favorite scene in the entire movie. This is the scene I was talking about that is an 8 to 12 minute sequence of just straight kaiju. It's when we first come along the great ape's like little, I guess, lair you would call it, Scar King's lair. And my brother in Christ, when I tell you I had that LIS, locked in syndrome, I was leaning in like this. And then the fight scene that followed, ultimately into the reveal of Shimo, 10 out of 10, no notes. But I will say, I feel like we could have had a little bit more of the villains. I feel like they were kind of underutilized, but I still thought they were tough. Just needed a little more, which leads me to my biggest criticism of this movie, which of course is going to be the humans, but I don't think they're all that bad. But they do get some of the worst moments. There are some genuinely heartfelt, funny, and emotional moments, but you could just tell they're vessels of exposition, wonky dialogue, and corny jokes. Like there's a lot of this is what's happening right now, and this is what's going to happen if this happens, and that. It felt more like they were reading the script notes instead of saying something that they would actually say if they actually lived in that world. But I did like the emotional connection between Gia and Dr. Andrews. There's a central thematic element of belonging between Kong and Gia that I thought coincided with each other very beautifully. Dan Stevens as Trapper, I love you, you damn king. Touchdown Trapper. He gets all the needle drops and they're all tough. And I'm not gonna act like it wasn't funny. It was funny. Now, while I personally like Brian Tyree Henry as Bernie, I could see a lot of the audience members thinking he's annoying because he's really the audience surrogate, so you find yourself annoying. Very much so, I'm happy to be here, top character. But BTH can do no wrong, so I don't care. But all in all, I can't lie that I'm just a big kid at heart, and this movie brought that inner child out in me. This movie was made for the Sammy and all of the other little kids out there who used to buy their knockoff Godzilla and Kong toys at the flea market and make them fight and let their imagination run wild. I have no shame in loving a big crazy monster movie. Love what you love and be proud of it. I gave Godzilla Kong the New Empire 4 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. By the way, follow me on the Letterboxd and stay tuned because I'm going to be dropping banger after banger after banger. Watch out for the ranking video to find out where this movie lands on that list. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and as always, like and follow for more. Hey, real quick, I forgot to flex this Kong keychain I got on my necklace. Shit kind of hard, ain't it? I'm hard. Hey, yo!